Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to my stream. I'm Bye Money. I'm glad that you guys can join us bright and early, 9 a.m. on Eastern Time, and you guys are here ready to get your bamboo. Glad that you guys can join us today. Hey, good morning, guys. Let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas here. Aaron Korn, good morning. Good morning. Brandon Jones, good morning here. Richard Belmont from Colombia, good morning, good morning. Power Trader from LA, welcome back. Mosidian, good morning. Duncan Kilgore, good morning from Tulsa. As you guys are rolling, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. Also, pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Hey man, welcome to my stream. Man, it's a dream to be able to stream with you guys, truly. And you know, as always, I'm posting my progress on the top left of the screen. Yeah, I mean, I had a green day yesterday, but it wasn't that green. It was kind of lackluster day. I mean, yesterday was hard. I mean, say what you will, but I mean, when your price action looks like this, all these overlapping bars, it's just hard to tell what's gonna happen. Hard to tell what's gonna happen. Trading range indicator ends up being pretty accurate. You know, you're coming back to the bottom, to the top, fail breakdown, comes back, and actually, if you held this, comes all the way back to the top of the trading range, comes back to the bottom of the trading range, finally bounces off of it with a failure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failures on the bottom of this trading range, and finally breaks out with a wedge essentially. And the reason why this is so confusing, I mean, you end up getting a reversal pattern, which was nice, right? You get this trap here, ends up being a reversal pattern, and gives you the downtrend for the rest of the day. But I mean, what you could have done, I mean, in my opinion, it's a little difficult. I mean, you could see it a couple ways here, right? You could see like this, where you have a break of trend here, and then finally new high. But for me personally, you know, this breaker trend is not strong enough. For me, it's more like a spike and channel spike than channel, and you get the first break of the channel. And you're thinking possibly coming back to the top of this trading range, but instead you get a trap reversal here. And it's a little difficult. I mean, what you do have is a failed trap here, which could give you a lot of, you know, a clue that we're gonna come back down, right? This trap should have made more than a point, but instead it makes like it makes half a point and reverses on you and traps you out, or stops you out here. Or you could see it this way, you know, just big breakout, break a trend, then finally to new highs here, and you get a reversal pattern after the new high, which is yeah, I mean, in my opinion, this is just difficult. Even this uptrend, hard to trade this, right? It's hard to go long right there. So many overlapping bars, so many doji bars, and the price action to me, it just was not good. Even as on this downtrend, price action was very choppy. It's just overlapping bars on the way down. It's so many overlapping bars. It's hard to say that are we gonna come back into this trading range. It was just difficult, in my opinion. It didn't make. I just didn't feel very confident in any trade really. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. Well, I ended up green anyways, but regardless, it was still difficult. Didn't have that many trades, and finally breaks down towards the end of the day. And now what we have today, right now, is actually very, very painful, slow volume. I mean, I'm just saying this is low volume right now. Not only low volatility, but low volume. How do I know this? When I zoom in, after 8 o'clock, we typically get, you know, regular price action. And right now, this candle to this candle, right, took 6 minutes. This candle to this candle took 3 minutes, which is typical. Now, this candle to this candle took 8 minutes. This candle to this candle took 12 minutes, as you guys can see on the bottom of the screen. You can see the time here, how long it took these candles to finish. This candle took 12 minutes to finish. 12 minutes on a 2000 tick chart. 11 minutes to finish right here. You have 13 minutes to finish this candle. So you're getting 10 plus minutes on each candle right now, and it's beyond 9 o'clock to finish these candles, and that is to me very low volatility. When it takes 13 minutes for a 2,000 tick candle to finish, it's just terrible. Last night, you know, if you were up late last night, you could have traded this trading range breakout, right? Even with this breakdown, it was a failed breakdown because the trading range was still valid all the way until now. I believe this bar broke the trading range here, and now we finally broke the trading range. Brandon Joe says there is an FOMC announcement, but actually if it's Wednesday, I don't know. It's just hard to say. You know, the price action to me has just been, even this downtrend, it just does not look nice. It's terrible. Hard to trade this. I mean, you had a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. Signal bar is not that good. And you get a perfect scalp. Trapped out. Stops you up. And then finally, after this two-legged pullback, you get a nice continuation of your swing down. First, it needs to trap you out. Then decides to go down. And just days like this, it's just super frustrating. Yeah, when you have a decent setup here, right? You have actually you do break trend here, so you might be looking for a new low after this break of trend, which you finally end up getting here. But yeah, it's just yesterday's price action just very. The setups did not come very often, and it's just, and if they did, right, like this setup here is probably the best setup, I think, and even then it took so long. I remember being in this trade and I skunked this trade because it took so long for this to finish. I just wasn't sure, and I didn't feel confident. After it spiked down, it went right back up, and these candles kept going upwards, and I was thinking maybe going back in the trading range, and I just did not feel confident. So I skunked this trade. I ended up skunking it, just for like break even +1, but it was just terrible. I just could not. I was not confident in any trade yesterday, really, and so that's why I was like barely up yesterday. Still green, like $200, something like that, but that's it. And it is what it is. You get days like that, and it's just ugly. If you miss this, big move, and that's it. That was basically the biggest move of the day, and then didn't do anything for the rest of the day. It did move up slightly, but still, this was very hard to trade. Not many entries here. Maybe this one's not bad too. Higher low, second entry, back to the top of the trading range. That's actually a decent trade here. If you see the trading range come back down and then attempt to come back up, this is a higher low setup here. Not bad, actually. I think this is actually another good setup here that I would consider. You do have a trap trade here, but barely enough from the top of the trading range. Ends up breaking out here finally with this trap, but you have to be banking on the trap here. Hey, let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you thought yesterday, if you had a good day yesterday. Give me a 2 if you struggled. 1 in the chat if you had a good day yesterday. 2 if you struggled. I mean, even though I was green, I still struggled. I'll still consider yesterday a struggle day for me. So I'm dropping a 2 in the chat here. Yeah, SW Blaze with the 0.75. Alright, so a lot of you guys had a good day yesterday. So it could have just been me, but I just didn't. I just did not. Yeah, I mean, early on the stream, I had a couple good trades here that I took on stream. The funny thing is, pandas, this trade right here I took, thinking we'd come back to the top of the trading range on stream, and I missed basically, it was the very next second entry that finally reversed this market, and I missed that. And it's unfortunate, but I ended up missing that. But it is what it is. It was a bad trade because at the end, what it is right premise, wrong timing equals bad trade. And so I had the idea that, we're in the bottom trading range. We already bounced it a couple of times. We hit the top of it, thinking if we come below, we're gonna come back to the top, and it got me. It trapped me out about 1 point, and it finally reversed, and that was the reversal of the day. So, hard loss right there. I could have done a scale in trade here, and I wouldn't mind scaling. I actually wouldn't even have scaled in if I just held this for like 4 or 5 points and scaled in, but on stream, it's just kind of hard for me to do scale-ins just because it's not something you guys are used to. But if I was off stream, I might have scaled in right there. One scale in, and the thing is, can be a little scary because these failed breakdowns and breakouts could actually move pretty violently. So, but that ends up, that lost trade by 1 tick ends up being the reversal of the day. It is what it is. Getting a higher low setup, but not interested, right? This trading range already broke down. I put this measure move here to show that we already made our measured move. So we could have a bounce here and come back up because the bears took their profits, right, with this measure move, and yeah, so they're already out. You could have a less bears here because the measure move was hit. My pandas, thanks for jumping in the chat here. Spec J says, "Hello, Pet. Congrats on your 7K subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah, 7K. I mean, it's a grind. It really is a grind. I can't wait to 10K because that's a milestone for me. 10K, you can start putting merch, and I want to put some nice, good hoodies for you guys to enjoy, or T-shirts or whatever. Already in the lab for that. Thinking of some ideas. I mean, you gotta have a let's go baby, a LGB, something like that. But the thing about if I do an LGB sweater, some people might get the wrong idea of what that means. But but it means let's go baby. Yeah, some of you guys had a good day. Some of you guys struggled like I did. Some of you guys were in between. But yeah, I mean, yesterday I just thought the price action was just, it wasn't there for me. It was too slow. It just was not. It's just not a good day. The day I like to trade. I was just basically sitting there, just staring at the markets for hours, did nothing. Russell H says, "I think Thomas Wade scaled in right there." All right. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't. If you have his like Discord, he might have explained that. This is a, second entry. I'll be interested in a reversal trade here. I'll be interested because we do have a couple things, right? We have this was a trend line, right? This is break a trend to new low, right? Basically a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. On a higher time frame, that's a two-legged pullback. How do I know that? Because on 10K chart, whoa, that's wonky. On the 10K chart, this is what that is. A, B, C. That's a 10K chart, right? It's just a two-legged pullback on the 10K right here. And we see here A, B, C. Two-legged pullback. But for me, the way I would trade that is with a failed second entry short to go long. I would be interested here to go long just because I don't think this is a strong downtrend. Plus, measure move finished, and also right, break a trend to new low, basically creating this two-legged pullback pattern here on the higher time frame. Hopefully, you guys remember I just showed you on 10K chart. So it's just hard to know what you guys remember or not. Aaron Core says a Pikachu shirt. I couldn't do a straight Pikachu because I believe I will probably get hit with some sort of copyright. I would have to do like my panda Pikachu, like my emoticon. By the way, I made these emoticons. These are all custom. You can't find these anywhere. But that panda right there is a panda Pikachu. And I would have to do like some sort of like Pikachu like that if I were to make like a Pikachu shirt. It couldn't be a straight up Pikachu. It'd just be copyright infringement like right away. Looking for a trap to the upside, as in a failed second entry short. Right, we have an A, B, C pattern, and I'm looking to go long here. Main reason being, again, measure move finished, and also break a trend to new low. And this could be a decent place to look for a reversal here. Shannon Sue says, bamboo. Let's get our bamboo. Futures Trader is asking, what did I use for the avatar? I'm not sure what you're talking about. This is my face. This is my face, and my head literally just floats around in the air. All honesty, it's called animes. Animes. Pandas, my pandas, my pandas. Let's get our bamboo today. By the way, those who are just rolling in, I'm Bye Money. Welcome to my stream. On this stream, I am currently doing an Apex evaluation journey. And welcome to my journey. Thanks for joining me. It's glad to have you on this journey. On this journey, I am working to get a $150,000 funded account by Apex. And if you pass this evaluation, then they'll give you the $150,000. So this is my journey passing that evaluation. I need to make $9,000 before hitting a $5,000 drawdown. And that $5,000 drawdown is why it is taking me so long to pass this evaluation, because I have to trade very small, very safe to get there. The $5,000 drawdown is very small, in my opinion, especially when you're talking about scalping 5 contracts. You know, that's 5 losses, right? 5 losses, and that means that you would lose the eval. So I am taking my time here, and yesterday's, and I only really take whatever the market gives me. And the last couple days, the market has been terrible, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Hopefully during the regular trading hours, we will get some volatility, as we are very slow right now. Good morning, my pandas. Also, if you guys are interested in doing this evaluation and trying to get a funded account, there is currently a 50% off code for Apex, and you can look at the pinned message in the chat. That pinned message gives you the coupon plus a link to be able to open an account, and you know, you get 50% off, and I think it's a pretty good deal. So you guys can join me on this journey if you guys want as well on your own. But we're working to get that evaluation. We're ready. We're working to get that funded account here. Slowly but surely, pandas. Stick to the plan, and we'll get there. And those who are new to this channel, I trade exclusively the S&P futures, and I trade only one single setup, the 2-legged pullback. Setup that looks like this. If you're interested in the setup, more details are in the playlist in the description below. You can check those out. It's a setup that just looks like this: 2 pushes down, 2 pushes up. We have 2 pushes down here, 2 pushes down. Even though this pivot is not lower than this pivot, still 2 pushes down, and the second entry is good for a swing trade here. That would make you sweat. That would surely make you sweat. Better setup was to wait for this one here. A terrible signal bar. Still waiting here, pandas. I mean, this market is so slow. Like, I'm telling you right now, this candle is currently taking about, it'd probably take about 8 minutes for this one little candle to finish. 8 minutes for a candle to finish on 2000 tick chart. Also on the charts, you can see all these numbers here. This is the two-legged pullback indicator, automatically marking for our second entries and telling us upcoming second entries as well. So if you're interested in the indicator, also trading range indicator, using pure price action to mark these trading ranges automatically. If you are interested in either of these indicators, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Official website for the two-legged pullback. My pandas, we are just waiting for the market to open. Market is about to open in 7 minutes. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it might be today. We're just waiting, and it's just there's nothing here for us, in my opinion. We're under the 20 MA. I'm not taking this second entry long here, right? I'm not going this second entry long, the higher low. I'm not, right? Because it's gonna create a two-legged pullback essentially right off the 20 MA. I'm actually more interested if it does give me a trap though. If it gives me a trap here, this is a good place for the trap, in my opinion. But we shall see. We're just waiting. We're waiting here. I mean, this could burst up all the way up, and it is what it is. It's just very low volatility right now. It's very painful. Very painful. Bernadette, Addison, good morning. Welcome back. Pablo, good morning. Make sure you drop a GM in the chat. Drop a GM in the chat if you guys like to support this channel. Also, scalp that like button if you want to support this channel as well. I need a trap trade here, pandas. I cannot go long here. I need a trap trade. I need a failed second entry short in order for me to go long. That's my only setup right now. On the 10K chart, we do have a two-legged pullback forming here, but the signal bar is not good. Risk is large as well, so I cannot take this trade. But it could be a trade to come back into this trading range, but I'm sitting on my pause there unless we get trap on the 2K chart. That's my setup I'm waiting for. Trap actually already happens on the 5-minute. 5-minute prints a trap for us. Yep, trap here. Two-legged pullback, trap. It already makes a point on this trap on the 5-minute chart. But I want the trap to happen on the 2K chart here. Waiting for that trap. But let's see what happens. This is a Pikachu to the short side, and if you think this is a strong downtrend, then you can take this trade. It is below the 20 MA. It's hitting the 20 MA. All right, the market usually just loves to come back to the 20 MA. Loves to come back to it. Not giving us any setup here. Market's about to open in 5 minutes. I'm going to end this poll. Pandas, my pandas, just waiting. Let's get our bamboo today. Oh, we might get our second entry here. It might be a failure. I'm waiting for it. This price action does look like it's trying to reverse here. It looks like it's trying to do something. It looks like a trading range in my opinion. Just waiting. Unfortunately, it does not give us our failed second entry short here. It's simply giving us like a micro double bottom type situation here. I'm gonna wait for this candle to finish, but these candles are moving like snails. this candle, how long did this candle take to print? It took 11 minutes for this candle to print, and it's beyond 9 o'clock. And that is a very low volume when we're talking about 2000 tick chart. That is very, very low. Unusually low. Let's just say that. Shouldn't take that long for a 2000 tick candle to finish. It almost feels like I'm on the wrong contract. Like, did we switch contracts or something, Pandas? Like, I don't know what's going on. This is very slow. Like, did this contract expire? It feels that way because it's so slow. Pandas, my pandas, make sure you scalp that like button if you'd like to support this channel. I gotta check if there's some sort of announcement somewhere, because this is unusual. No, nothing on the nothing on the calendar that suggests that there's some big announcement today. Huh. It's just painfully slow. It is what it is. Well, Pandas, welcome to my stream where you can trade the slowest market in the universe. It's just moving like a snail right now, and we are just waiting. We're just waiting for something to happen. And when these candles, I mean, we're about to begin. Market's about to open. Hopefully we'll get some action. In about 40 seconds here, market's about to open. I want to see some explosive movements. I want to see some explosions. Check. Is volume low for you guys? I feel like I'm regular here. Market's about to open. Hey, sound check. Let me know if my volume's okay here, Panis. Ends up giving you the absolute scalp finally. Does not give you the second entry, fail second entry short. We do get the second entry here. If this traps here, I might be interested in a short trade, Pandas. If we get trapped on a 10K chart, I'd be interested in a short trade here. This is currently a trap on the 10K. I'll be interested in a trap on the 10K chart. I'm not sure if it's going to happen though. We're on this downtrend right now. Working on this downtrend here. Potentially going to trap on the 10K chart. Market is moving now. As expected, right at the open, you get a volatility spike. You know what? The trap actually is now here for the 2K chart. Get a fail second entry short here. Okay, that makes a perfect scalp. Perfect scalp to the long side here. Sitting on my pause. This is where I actually would look for a reversal to go long, but this 20 EMA is acting as resistance, plus the 10K chart is dangerously close to trapping here. 10K is dangerously close. No more trap on the 2K chart here. Trap is gone. And the trap triggers on the 10K chart here. Boy, oh boy, we could have a strong move down here. It's opening the day with a 10K trap. Just watching this 10K trap here. 10K does trap. Does not scalp out yet, actually. Misses the scalp by 2 ticks. Perfect scalp. Not an absolute scalp. Still trapped in here. It looks like it wants an absolute scalp. It looks like it wants an absolute scalp. Absolute scalp. That was a good trap trade for the 10K chart. I was eyeing that I was really eyeing this trap to enter, but the 2K started showing trading range. I just did not want to enter the bottom, right into the bottom of that trading range. It was getting so choppy, and I hesitated to get into that trap there. It is what it is, Pandas. I'll miss that trade. I'll miss that trade. I liked it, but yeah, off the trend line as well here. We have nice little trend line. Could even close to adjust it like this at this point. We have these fits a little bit better. All these other pivots bouncing off the top of that trend line, that trap trade here, and you get a nice little scalp here. Get a little 2-point scalp. Looks like this downtrend. We got this double or this measure move, potential double bottom, but the reason why I don't think this double bottom is very strong is because we're under the 20 MA. You know, if the double bottom had at least a minor reversal to give us a gap of some sort on the moving average, I would feel more confident in this double bottom, but this double bottom comes with a hit right off the 20 MA like this. Makes me think we're still in a downtrend. Pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, if you guys are interested in opening your own Apex account, there is a coupon in the pinned message. Also a link as well. Pandas, my pandas. This is what I mean, that I'm not sure if this double bottom will stand because we are actually still on a decent downtrend here. I'm going to include this price action here. Oof. Your first 5-minute candle is looking like this. Strong bear bar ending near its low. Look to the left of the chart though. You do have some support here on this low here. This will act as support. You got to consider that this could reverse right off here. We do have a second entry long. A, B, C. Second entry long forming here. Not interested because we're in a downtrend, but I'm just saying this is a second entry long. Could be a second entry long on the bottom of this trading range here, but this trading range has not yet been confirmed. Right, you need at least one more bounce back up and a bounce off the top here, in my opinion, to confirm this trading range. This trading range is showing that possible trading range might start to happen, but strong bear bar like that, oof. When you have the 5-minute strong bear bar with some follow through, I want to see how this candle ends. We could have a bear trend day today, pandas. We could have a bear trend possibly. If you look at the daily, we could just be getting choppy within this trading range. We can hit the bottom of this trading range here pretty easily, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the trade, right? That's the reversal you wanted. Took so long to get here, but 5-minute looks good. I think we could have a bear trend day today, pandas. Right, this measure move completely disregarded. Now, when measure moves are disregarded, typically that means you have some pretty strong trend, right? You have a trend strong enough to go beyond that measure move. And so that means the bears are strong enough that, you know, that means that gives you evidence that there's strong bears here, right? Weak bears came out with that measure move. Strong bears are showing they're showing their cards now, going beyond that measure move, thinking this is a downtrend. Right now on the 10K chart, this is what we look like. This huge overshoot here, and we're coming back to the bottom of this channel here, potentially. I mean, if you're thinking overshoot here, you're thinking overshoot to the other side. I'm just watching this, pandas, and I want to find reasons to go short. I do want to find reasons to go short here. It's just a little overextended, a little too far away from a 20 EMA to go short, even if we get a trap here. Very small, teeny little inside bar here. Right? The inside bar is only 1 point large. 2,000 ticks only goes 1 point. Very small range. There's like only I can count probably on the times in my hand I've seen a 2,000 tick candle make less than a point in this range. And so 1 point is actually pretty small, but less than a point, very rare, very rare. We have an inside bar, we're breaking below it, right? This could be a micro double top, right? Some people wanted to wait for the fail second entry long and go short on the bottom here, but so the eager bears are saying no, micro double top, right? You don't get more than that, and then we're gonna go short here once we break below this candle. Right, the bears are showing their cards there. They're showing their true colors. Saying micro double top's all we wanted in order to go short, right? Limit order sells here. The 5 minutes about to print another bear candle here. Okay, we finally break up here. Not sure if I enter this trap because now we're going sideways, as you can see. Right, we have about 5 overlapping bars. So even if this traps here to the downside, you got to consider you got 5 overlapping bars in a row. And even if you want to go short here, you gotta be wary of this. You gotta be wary of the fact that we're getting choppy here. So you have the trap trade here, but you got, I mean, I'm recognizing that we have these overlapping bars, and I'm not interested in trading into chop like that. If we're a little closer to 20 EMA, possibly. But right now, this is really overlapping, very hard to trade, in my opinion. You gotta recognize this. So those who just entered that trade are sweating now, because it's just reversed on them immediately. Instantly reverse, right? It goes 1 tick and reverses. I mean, it could work out. I think it's a high chance to work out, you know, especially if it comes back down. But you gotta recognize the fact that we have been overlapping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars in a row. Kind of hard to trade, go short right there, and that's the reason why. Even though this is a trap to the downside on a downtrend, and now you're really sweating, wondering why did I enter this trade? I did not see 3 or 4 overlapping bars, right? And you just sit on your pause here. Sit on your pause. We do have a 2-legged pullback forming here. I might be interested in going short on a 2-legged pullback. It's a very small 2-legged pullback. If you don't have the indicator, very hard to tell, but this could be a 2-legged pullback here. You can see because there's a 2 approaching here. That means it's a second push up. Or 2 pushes up, downtrend. Maybe interesting going short here. Right, the 5-minute bar does print a bearish candle. Bearish candle, follow through. Below the 20 EMA now. Waiting for a second entry short. I'm not going to enter the second entry long, but we'll enter a second entry short here. If we come all the way back up to the top here, I'm thinking trading range. So now we have potential second entry short here. I'd be interested in going short here actually. Back into this small little chop here. Back to the bottom right here, but we need a good signal bar. Strong bull bar ending near a tie. We can come back up here. And if it comes all the way back up here, I'm thinking we're going to start going to a trading range right here. But if I get a nice signal bar, I'm interested in going short off the 20 EMA here. But 2 strong bull bars in a row, you got to consider that as well. Shannon Sue asks, what's the relevance of the inside bar? Inside bar is basically just a triangle on a smaller time frame. What that means is breakout mode, right? If it comes out either end, right, that means it's breakout mode. but it's, you have to consider like any other breakout, most breakouts fail. So this breakout here ends up reversing. So that little teeny triangle here, failed, break down to the bottom, comes back up. Inside bars are just small, or just triangles on smaller time frames. Everything is fractal, so you'll just see the same patterns in every time frame. Decent signal bar here. I'm thinking to go short, pandas. Thinking to go short here, but we got a failed trap here. I'm gonna go short here, pandas. I don't mind getting hit here. I just see this downtrend that we're in, and I like this chop here. Thinking we're coming back into this chop, but this could reverse and get me. But I just see a downtrend right now, pandas. Right, off the 20 MA. Can try to take this trade. This chop here makes me feel like the market likes this spot here and wants to come back into this chop. Small risk as well. Very small risk for a point. I mean, this could be the break of trend. Break of trend. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's looking sketchy now though. But good signal bar, right, to go short off the 20 MA. And I don't mind taking this. I don't mind risking this because of the potential of coming back into this chop here. It looks like it's gonna bite me though. Just from the look of this candle, how it's gonna end. Strong, like a good signal bar to go long here. It might be credence to actually reverse this trade, come back to the top of the trading range here. But you know what, Panda? I'm just gonna sit on my pause. I'll take this hit. I'll take it like a man. I'll take it like a panda. It's all good if I get trapped out. I do not mind that. In my mind, this trade is worth it, right? The risk is so small for the 1 point. I don't mind losing this, and it's all good if I lose it. So it ends up reversing here, but in my mind, I mean, you could have the breaker trend to new low. Could be, you know, at any time that could be happening, and we can come back to the top of this trading range. And if that's the case, then it is what it is. Pandas, I don't mind losing that. I saw a downtrend, and I thought we can continue the downtrend here. Maybe a little too far away from this trend line, but good signal bar. But this chop here made me think we're gonna come back into this chop, because this chop here typically means that, you know, it's a point of interest, right, for the market. It wants to come back into this chop sooner or later, in my opinion. Ends up stopping me out. It actually makes a point on that reversal here. Now I'm scared to go short, but this is also another place I would like to go short if I can, off this trend line. I may attempt to go short again, Pandas. I might get burned again, and I don't mind it. Terrible signal bar though to go short here. I'm gonna wait for the signal bar to finish. I will go short here again. I will go short here again, Pandas. In this trade, I'm gonna go for probably 2 points here on this trade. I'm gonna come back into this chop here, and if it gets me, it gets me. It's fine. Again, I'm completely okay losing this trade, but I'm thinking we're coming back into this chop here, and I'm gonna take this short again. And I'm gonna swing this one now for 2 points to come back to the bottom here. If it traps me out again, then we're most likely coming back to the top of the trading range here. This one's a bounce off this trend line, and I'm going to try to play this trend line here. We're looking for 2 points here, and try to get a runner if we can. Right, again, another good signal bar, right, to go short. It's gotta chance it, in my opinion, and it's worth the risk. But this time I'm swinging for 2 points here. Could have already made a point here, but I'm looking for 2 points on the core scalp here. Looking for 2 points on the core scalp. Sitting on my pause, looking for 2 points on the core scalp here. Looking for 2 points. Just sitting on my pause, waiting for it to fill on 2 points here. I may skunk it at one point. I may want to skunk this at one point. May protect my profits here. Might just take it here. Thinking about skunking this right now. It's taking too long to make my 2 points. Looking for my 2 points still. I like how this bar ends here. Bearish like that on its low. My current stop loss is break even +1, but I am still considering if I should take this or not. Just watching. I want those 2 points. Looking for 2 points here. Continuous downtrend. It's taking forever though. It's like in this chop right now. I don't like how it looks like right now. I don't like how it's doing that. I do not like how it's doing that. Almost want to just skunk this trade. Just take my 1 point. Sitting on my... Oh, let's go, baby! Got my 2 points. Got my 2 points. Now we got a runner here, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's see how long this runner can go. This is what I wanted earlier, but it stops me out and then finally makes it. So got my 2 points there, but let's see how far this runner can go. I'm going to trade this runner as properly as possible as we can. We're coming back to the bottom of this breakout, right, breakout place. That's exactly where we are right now, actually. So now this runner is going. Let's see how far this runner can go. If we're in a downtrend day today, this runner could be strong. This could be a good runner here. But in my opinion, it's not worth, right, the 1, 2, 3 points. In my opinion, it gotta be more than that. I would like a couple swings, right? I would like 10 bars or 2 legs down. I would like 2 legs down before coming out of this runner. That's what I would like to have, at least. Minimum 2 legs down. Right? And the 2 legs down, what's nice is that it gives you the pivot to where to move your stop loss, right? So if you get the 2 legs down, then you know to put your stop loss right here now. So we're in this runner. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, daily. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range on a daily. Let's go, let's reach that. I have no reason, I have absolutely no reason, right, to stop this runner. Right now, we are in a very good place. We have enough room where we can start trading the swings here, and we're gonna just take every swing. We're gonna keep moving our stop loss for every swing. Let's go, baby. Let's see if we can get 1,000 points here. 1,000 points. Let's get $1,000. 20 points. If we got 1,000 points, that's actually incredible if we could do that. Waiting for 2 legs down here. Minimum 2 legs down. That's what we want. If this swings all the way back up and stops me out, it is what it is. And for me, it's just like not much I can do. I want 2 legs down at minimum. Not moving my stop loss here. Gotta just trust. Gotta trust the downtrend, pandas. You gotta trust the strategy, right? For me, there's still no reason to stop this trade. No reason whatsoever. I would need first, I like 2 legs down, or if I have my price target, it will be the bottom of the trading range on the daily chart, which is basically near yesterday's low. And even breaking, and even here might be a, like, stopping it too early. So we do have our 2 legs down now. A, B, C, and now at this point I can move my stop loss at the next reversal here, which is anytime it breaks above, makes a second entry long. So I can shorten this, and I can just take wherever the next reversal is. Or you can now bring it down to here, right, above the previous swing. So this is the swing, right? You get the 1 leg down. Protect yourself. About 4 points you're protecting at this point. I personally like maybe just trading the 10K chart and just letting it ride on the 10K swing here. I'm gonna actually just attach this to my 10K super signal, and I'm gonna just let it ride on the 10K super signal. The 10K super signal typically will give you like the swings on the 2K chart. And so when this bar finishes on the 10K chart, it basically will be the top of the swing here. So it'll just move it like pretty much accordingly. So I have a 10K swing now, just trading the 10K chart. I honestly think we can get down to here at the bottom of the trading range on the daily. In my opinion, still absolutely no reason to stop out your trade. It's just a nice downtrend, and we're gonna let it ride. Just let it ride. Do not prematurely stop this out, pandas. You gotta stick to the plan. You gotta take as much as you can from these runners. Some people can also attach it to the 20 EMA, which is also nice as well. And you can do like, I would typically put it like maybe 2 points above the 20 EMA, because sometimes we'll come and touch it and tap it and bounce off of it. You'll get like little failed breakouts like this. So if you had 2 points on here, you can protect, you're getting stopped out early and get the rest of this downtrend. So you want like 2 points above the 20 EMA. And another little trick you can do, so it just moved down on its own because the 10K, right, just finished. Right, so just move down to here, come all the way back up, gets hit, it is what it is. But what you can do is look at the previous times it tries to break out. So here it breaks out, it attempts to break out, and when it breaks out, it goes 1.5 points. Here as well, 1.5 points. Right here, it goes 1 and almost 2 points, right? And so as we can see from the past, every time it tries to break out, it goes about 2 points above the 20 EMA previously. And so for me, if I were to do this, maybe I'll attach it to 20 EMA about 2 points. So maybe I could try that. Let me try that. So I'm gonna attach this to 20 EMA now. Let me move it up a little bit. I'm gonna attach this to 20 EMA. And you want to do minus. No, you want to do. I think you want to do minus. No, you want to do plus. Let me do like plus. Let me do 1 tick. I forget if it's minus or plus. I think it's plus. Makes more sense to be plus here. So I'm gonna attach this. Right, so plus puts it 1. So if you want to do per tick, what you need is plus 8. I'll do plus 9 ticks here. So it'll be 2 points plus 1 tick, and I'll protect myself. Right now, I'm salvaging about 3 points for myself here. It's $150, about half what I'm gaining right now. And I'm just looking at the past information. Every time we try to break above 20 MA, we've done so about 2 points. And so I'm going to put a little bit more than 2 points. Hopefully save myself from getting stopped out a little too early. Pandas, my pandas. I want to get $1,000 on this runner. I'm looking to get 1,000. So minimum swing right now, right? We enter here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? You have your 10 bars for the minimum swing. You also have 2 legs down, which is also the minimum you need for a swing. Right? You want to look for either of those 2 things. So we have our minimum swing here, but I'm just looking at the previous price action and trying to use the 20 EMA to my advantage here. But definitely this breakdown has slowed down, and we could do a big reversal here. It's unsure. Big push up here. Salvaging about half of where we are from here to here. But in my opinion, still no reason to really go to reverse this trade. If we get this H4 and then we get a trap to the upside, price action wise, I'll probably get out. Just watching, just watching. I kind of like how my stop loss is moving, moving around. It's kind of cool. It lets you see that it's attached to the indicator, and that's a nice thing about Ninja Trader, right? You can do things like attach these things to the indicators. It's kind of cool. Very small range on that bar is about 1.25 points range on the 2000 tick. Market's a little confused right now. We can shoot up, possibly hit my stop loss, but it's all good. I mean, I'll make about $200 in this trade. A little less than 200. Completely fine with that. I'd rather just take like the 200, protect my 200, and potentially could able to get all of this here, and I think that risk is worth it. But you know, that depends on you. Some people are a little impatient, right? Depends on your temperament. You're like, okay, no, this is too much. I'm gonna get out here. Some people, you know, just for me, it just depends on your temperament. If you want to just get out now, it's completely fine to get out now. You think, you know, you've got good profits, it is what it is. For me, I see not much reason to really reverse this. Unless we come down here, have a failed breakdown, and then reverse it, maybe I might just move it manually and say that's it. I think that's all we're gonna get. But sitting on my pause here. At the previous times we try to break out the 20 MA, we've only done so by 2 points. Strong bull bar ending near its high. That could be enough reason just to get out right there. You can salvage yourself 1.5 points just to get out right there because of that strong bull bar ending near its high. I'm just gonna trust the pattern that every time we try to break out, we've done less than 2 points of breakouts every single time. So just gonna trust that's gonna happen again. And if it doesn't, it is what it is, and I get my 4 points here. All right, stopped out. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Again. I'm not sure what happened, pandas. That was weird. I'm not sure what happened, pandas. I'm pretty sure I got 2 points here. Gave me 100, and I'm pretty sure I had... Oh, because I had a loss. Well, I forgot my first trade was a loss. But I'm green, baby. Let's go. I was like, why do I have such little money? Because I lost like 175 in that first trade. And so that trade was like plus, I don't know, 200 or something. It's all good. Let's go, baby. I was like, what just happened? I know I got 2 points in that first trade, so there's $100 plus, yeah. So I basically made like $200, $300 on that. But I think what we're going to see here is this channel working itself out. Top of the channel to the bottom of the channel. Find some congestion here. And yeah, I mean, I could have taken it out right here, protected a little bit more profits. But I said it's worth it. You know, it's worth, you know, risking this, you know, $200 to potentially come back to the bottom here. And it's just hard to say, but I'm fine with how I managed that. Let's go, baby. Okay, we're gonna have a green stream today, pandas. Let's go. But see, all the previous times we've only went 2 points above the 20 MA. Now we're going above it more than 2 points, giving a moving average gap now. So this is actually a decent place to find a reversal trade here, right? You do have many breaker trends to new lows. Right? You can almost draw them anywhere, break a trend to new low, and this is a potential trap to the long side. But also recognize that the trend line is right here, right? This channel is right here. You gotta recognize that. The 10K chart, we also have this downtrend working on the 10K chart. Could be coming back to the overshoot to the top side, overshoot to the bottom side. I feel like we have more room to go down here though. Strong bull bar on the 10K chart, ending near its high. Strong bull bar ending its high on the 5-minute chart. A, B, C. It's just a two-legged pullback here. 2 pushes down. Decent place to go long here, in my opinion. Decent place to go long. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's not bad to go long here. I might take this long here. I may take this long. We'll see. We'll see. I'd like a decent, better signal bar than that. But not a bad place to really go long here, actually. Coming back into this, right? Into this little teeny chop here that we saw. Right? The market wanted to come back here. Test it again. We do have a trap trade to the long side. I don't like how it's looking right now. Don't like how it's looking. Maybe back to the top of the channel here. It's not that much room, but this is a decent place for a reversal. From the 5-minute strong bull bar ending near its high, 10K strong bull bar ending near its high, could potentially have some follow through, right? If you look at the 10K strong bull bar, 5-minute strong bull bar ending near its high, typically has some follow through. So this trap could help you, right? That can actually inform you taking this trap or not, taking follow through on the strong bull bars. But we're still in a downtrend though, pandas. In my opinion, like I think right this short term, like yeah, that ends up giving you that actually ends up scalping you, giving you a nice scalp there. We could see right a hit now down to here. It just wanted to go way above, make that moving average gap, but it's just hard to say, pandas. Like my opinion right now, the main trend is this trend, and for me, it's hard to really think of going long until we break this trend here, this trend line, this channel. You know, a strong, decisive break above it, and then, to your dismay, you will have to wait for a new low. You're gonna break this trend, right? It might take a while for it to break, and then make a new low, and that's the trade you gotta take. That's a reversal. Then you're looking for reversals, but right now I'm not looking for a reversal. Vortex Quantum. I answered that question a little earlier. You can rewind, and I actually answer what I'm using. Ralph Free says, I understand your trade management if you had your own account or funded, but with that trailing threshold, why wouldn't you focus more on scalping now? Your threshold level has shrunk. Just asking. Right now, my threshold actually, I was way up before and actually took like a hit. And so my threshold is actually not changing at all right now because I'm not back to the original high of my account. So if you add $5,000 to my threshold, so for those who do not know how to read the top left, if you look at the top left of your screen, you can see my current progress. And there's a trailing drawdown right now for $5,000. And so if you want to see the highest point that my account has ever made, just add $5,000 to the auto liquidate threshold value. If you add $5,000 there, then that tells you the highest point my account has ever made. And so I was actually almost up $4,000, but now I took a hit like a couple days ago, and so I'm actually going back up to that. So I'm still down like what, 1,400 around. So I still need to make about $1,400 to get back to my original threshold, or my original max. And then, so my threshold pretty much is not going to change until I get back up there. So, I don't mind managing my runners like that. Now we're coming back into this chop here. The one that we saw here, bunch of movement, overlapping bars. And the market's saying, we like this spot a lot. We like this little teeny spot a lot. I just feel like at the daily, we're so close to the bottom of this trading range that we're going to come back down to the bottom of it. But the market's likes this point right now, this chop. We can break above it. We can come back down into it. If we do break above it, I'm thinking we're going to come back into this little teeny square sooner or later. Yeah, Brandon Jones. So whatever you see in so if you add 5,000 to that auto liquidate threshold, it is the highest point my account's ever made unrealized, realized or unrealized. And so yeah. Mrs. Panda just dropped off some amazing coffee. I'm telling you right now, This coffee is the best. It is so good. Pandas, let me know in the chat what kind of milk you guys use for your coffee. Right now, I am using lactose-free milk. Sad. At my age, you know, drinking straight up milk, it does terrible things. So right now, drinking that lactose-free milk. Let me know in the chat what kind of milk you guys drink with your coffee, if you guys use milk. Some of you guys are crazy and just go straight black. Richard Harris says, just cracked my second monster drink. Whew. Must be wired. Green Trader, how old are you? I'm actually in my mid-30s. Mid-30s. We are getting ourselves a nice trap trade here, but I'm not looking to go long, Pandas. Like I mentioned already, I'm not looking to go long here until we had a first break of this trend. And then a new low. Then I'll look for a reversal trade. But right now, Pandas, I am not looking to go long here, even though this is a nice little juicy trap here. Man, everyone drinking black. J80 says Apex is trash. I know he got hit by the you got hit by that unrealized gain threshold drawdown. I know. No, I'm not sure if that's like unique to Apex. I feel like that's the same with Lilu, but that's how it is with a lot of these prop firms. So sorry, Jade. I know that you lost your evaluation, but you know, if you lost your evaluation, you can actually just reset it and start. But if that is like the deal breaker for you, then obviously don't enter. So that little tricky, right? Outside bar reversal, it actually does trap and now reverses, and pandas on my pandas coming back down, bouncing off of this trading range or this channel here. But sitting on my pause here, I think it's pretty clear this little spot here is kind of like a point of interest for a lot of traders. I don't know, I may put it here. Make this even smaller, but no, I'll do here because we have some yeah, this is the proper place to put it with my chart. J80 says Apex is the only one with an unrealized trail. Huh. I'm not sure if that's true. I believe Lilu also has the unrealized trail drawdown. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe. I've never done Lilu, so I can't really say. For me, like the trailing drawdown on the unrealized gains doesn't make much sense to me. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know. It doesn't make sense in terms of like what does that do for in terms of protecting. Like if I was a prop firm, all I would care about is protecting the capital, and I'm not sure what, you know, including the unrealized gains. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like what benefit does that really give anyone by including the unrealized gains in your threshold. I'm just not sure. I mean, JD, I'm sure you can pass the evaluation. There's no hit on your ability to trade, but I'm just saying I think that's just what it is in terms of the evaluation. I think a lot of Lilu and Apex have the same rules, so. So this little area here, this little vortex, this little like area is essentially like a limbo. The moment the market gets into it, it just starts to go into this choppiness here. I think we're going to trade above and below it. You know, I think if we go too far above it, I'm going to start trying to fade that. Pandas, my pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. For those who are just joining, I'm by money. And right now you are joining me on my journey to getting a $150,000 funded account by Apex funded traders. If you guys are interested in opening your own account, you guys can look at the pinned message. There is a coupon code, 50% off. Use the link, sign up if you want to also try to get a funded account through Apex. Right now, we're trying to pass the evaluation, getting $9,000 before hitting a $5,000 drawdown. This trend line. Interesting, we're bouncing off of here. Coming back up to that zone. Interestingly enough, if I actually had my original stop loss here, I would still be safe. But also I would be like risking, you know, about those 3 points that I got. For me, the more important thing was the fact that the 20 EMA was not able to hold at all anymore. Now we're breaking below here. That's not good for bulls, right? When you're seeing we're just bouncing off of this trend line, it's not good for the bulls. Let's just say that. This channel is just too strong right now. Hard to say. Higher time frames still under the 20 EMA. Higher time frames, 5-minute, 10K chart, still clearly under the 20 EMA. Getting a higher low second entry here, but this could just be another two-legged pullback back to the 20 EMA and the higher time frames, which I probably will go short. Probably will go short if we get a two-legged pullback there. J80 says, I failed the evaluation with $11,000 profit in my account. How's that possible? J80, yeah, so that experience you just had is exactly what I was talking about, saying that is a possible scenario. That is a possible scenario. Auto Detail Lab and Ralph Freeze, actually very insightful. You know, I was sitting there thinking, what does that really prevent for them? And I think you're absolutely right. It's the home run swing type trades that people try to do the passive evaluations, jumping in like, you know, max size 17 contracts and just hoping this goes up all the way to passing the evaluation. And it, you know, when it oscillates between, you know, the highs and lows of swings, it might hit that 5,000 threshold. That makes a lot of sense. He says, I think it reduces people's ability to just wait until they get lucky, and a huge rip forces more consistency per trade. While Free says it's to keep people from trying to swing for the fence during the evaluation, semicolon, this guy in his grammar, peak grammar here, which means that it's better to take small gains and do it consistently until you get funded. Let's go, baby. I see. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It prevents people from just doing like huge contract trades and just trying to finish their evaluation in one trade, because as it oscillates to get to the, you know, if you have a big contracts, as it oscillates to, you know, maybe making your goal, it most likely will, you know, hit your $5,000 drawdown through unrealized gains. That is interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that makes a lot of sense to me. Wayne Bicknell says, I will trade my own money. I answer to no one other than myself. You know, that's the benefit, right? That's the benefit of not doing funded accounts. Obviously, the funded accounts, the benefits is you get a big account and you can trade, you know, more contracts than you probably could ever trade by yourself. The obvious benefits is with a large account, with a funded account, right? Not only do you get a $150,000 funded account, but the most obvious advantages is if you do lose that money, you don't lose any of your own money, right? It's simple as that. You don't lose any of your own money, and that's a nice thing, right? The only risk you take is the, you know, the amount of money you spend getting through the evaluation. That's the only money you really risk. And let's say, you know, you do the evaluation and, you know, it takes you 1-2 months, right? Let's just say you spent like, let's just say ballpark for $500, let's just say, to pass the evaluation. Now you get a funded account, right? It takes you like 3 months to pass the evaluation, right? About $500. You pass the evaluation. Now you have a funded account. Now you have $5,000 to risk. And let's say you lose $5,000. You actually, right, even though you lose that $5,000 on your funded account, right, you actually have protected yourself because you only really spent $500 passing the evaluation. So, you know, in my opinion, the funded account still makes a lot of sense to me. J80. Yeah, that's the same. You profit and Apex is the same in terms of that. Coming back into a little vortex zone here. Keeps trying to come back into this zone here. Wayne Bicknell says, my trading account is already larger than the 150K. Let's go, baby. I mean, if you have 150K, you do not need a funded account. You're doing fine just by yourself, Wayne Bicknell. Let's go, baby. Hey, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Again, we are moving at a snail's pace, and I'm glad we have something to talk about in terms of like the funded accounts and prop firms, because right now we are talking. Actually, this is not moving. It's moving decently. The volume is there. Volatility is not there. You know, the volume is there, as in these candles are forming pretty quickly, but the volatility is not there because we have just not moved at all. We have no setups, no second entries. I may take the second entry short here, but man, this is looking like a bull trend right now. We could break above here, and we're still above the 20 MA. The 5 minute is showing a second entry short here. Second entry short, the one I marked here. A while back, off the 20 MA, pretty close. Not actually touching it yet. But, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to take this short here. I don't like how it looks, to be honest. I wish I actually went higher and actually touched the 20 MA for me. Richard Harris says, Apex does not remove all the rules. I believe all the rules do get removed other than the first, right, $5,000 max drawdown. But once you get above like your account, it becomes a static drawdown to the original initial capital plus $100, something like that. I'm just waiting here, pandas. I got nothing here. I got nothing for you guys. We got a two-legged pullback for me. You can take this. You know, trade at your own risk. You can take this long, but I'm sitting on my pause. Probably take a trap trade to the downside if that triggers, to be honest. I still think we're in a downtrend, pandas. Immediately, we're in an uptrend. Right, we could be something like this, waiting for a new high. Or break a trend to new high. That could happen here. The 5 minute does trigger the second entry short here. I may take this 5 minute second entry short, pandas. I may take it. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like this price action. I definitely don't like, if I was in this trade, I'd definitely be disappointed right now. Yeah, let's wait for that new high. Break a trend to new high. But that's tricky on the 5 minute because you got a two-legged pullback on the 5 minute. And it's still okay. You can still get away with it, but I almost want to just go short right here. You know, you can just go short anywhere right here, and it's actually a decent chance to get a point. Move down. Huh. Hard to say. The 10K chart is not corresponding with the 10K. 10K chart is about to make its first two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. First two-legged pullback in a while. About to do it. The 5 minute chart. Glad I'm not in this trade short because that would be very disappointing. But it is two legs up. But like I said, I didn't like how it looked like. I wish it was a little higher. I wish it actually hit the 20 EMA for me. We actually do trigger here. I'm actually going to go short here, pandas. If we go back here, I'm actually going to go short on this failed second entry long here. I actually do want to go short there. But we want a new high, right? We want a new high. We want to break a trend to new high before going short here. We're in this vortex at the moment. Just a vacuum sucking up. Right? If you go above it, it's probably gonna suck it back down. We do have a trap trade here. Now it's above the 20 EMA. Very difficult. Hard to say what's gonna happen here in my opinion. Unsure exactly what it's trying to do. In my opinion, this is the first breaker trend though of this trend line. But we also have the immediate price action where we can break a trend to new high here. But I still think we need to make a new low. So that's why I'm considering actually going short on the next reversal here. The second entry does trigger on the 10K chart, as you can see, right? Triggers here. Sorry, the second pullback does trigger. We got two legs up now. Possibly a two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA here. Interested in possibly going short. I'm glad I'm not in this trade. All right, I'll be sweating right now. Sweating. But the only way I can really take this trade, pandas, is actually a trap, right? Fail second entry long. I need something like this. I need this to go like this. Actually, at this point, this needs to actually give me an entire two-legged pullback failure. Right, we got that new high now. We got that new high. The 5-minute trapping out like that. That's not a good sign for the bears now. That's definitely not a good sign for the bears. Strong bull bar here. 10K bouncing off the 20 EMA here. If we get a good signal bar, it might be interesting going short there. But we do have breaker trend to new high now, and I still think we're in a downtrend, pandas. We will need a reversal pattern here. Again, I'll draw it out for us. A, B, C, failure, reversal. That's what we need. A says, what do experts like Al Brooks say about prop challenges? Good question. I don't think he ever had to worry about it, so I don't think he needs to worry about prop firms. I don't think he even needs to think about it. Alright, we're getting our first, we got a simple two-legged pullback. You know, some people who are really bearish will trade this right now. They're to go short. Decent signal bar. I want my pattern. I want my fail second entry long here. I want my pattern here. And the reason I want my pattern is because something like this can happen. Right? We can burst up here. We want the setup to come to us. We're not chasing the setup here. But we made our new high, break a trend to new high. Right, we're thinking, right, we need a good place. We need this pattern here, this entire pattern to play out. Fail breakout to the upside of this. Pandas, my trading range indicator is actually marking a trading range here for us already. Basically where this blue box is, where I drew it. It's actually putting it down here, which is reasonable, makes sense to me too. But proper place is actually right here because of these two bars here with bodies. You gotta actually put it here. So it made its 2 moves up, actually 3 moves up technically. Nice little reversal on the 5-minute. Surprising reversal too. Came out of nowhere. Or did it? I mean, 5-minute price action looks like this. You have break a trend, new low, and that new low was a 2-legged pullback. And now, after that, we're looking for a reversal, and now it's where it is. That could be what's happening here on the 5-minute. That could be the thing that's happening on the 5-minute. Break a trend to new low to a reversal pattern. That could be happening here. Pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. Here on this channel, this is the only channel that trades pure price action. We trade the 2-legged pullback live for you. I don't care if anyone else says, oh, I'm a professional trader, I do this, I do that. If we're not trading live, we're not seeing the actual trades happening, It means nothing. So here, I figured I would have loved it if one of these guys went live for us to trade before you guys this strategy with the market, you know? And I could not find anyone trading the two-legged pullback live. So this is why I'm doing so. You know, I do this purely for the community here. You know, if it were up to me, I would love just to trade by myself in my room. You know, just, you know, with my own thoughts. Don't have to explain anything. I can just trade. But I love the community so much, and I love to help the community whenever I can. If you guys remember, my first video was how to count legs. There was not one video out there explaining clearly how to count legs. And yeah, so hopefully this is what I like to call edutainment for you guys. Some of you guys come for the entertainment. Some of you guys come for the education. But all of us come to get that bamboo. Uriel Cohen, actually, you got your second entry on your badge. Do appreciate it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, if you guys are interested in the Apex account, you guys can look at the pinned message. There is a 50% off code right now. Use the coupon and also the link. Helps out the stream. It looks like the 5-minute reversal is coming to fruition here. We have the reversal, nice little reversal trade. Right, break a trend to new low. That new low is a two-legged pullback. And we have another two-legged pullback that fails right at the point of reversal. Nice little reversal here. But pandas, I honestly think this box here, we're gonna come back to this box. Like I'm almost at an 80% certainty we're gonna come back into this box sometime today. Big push up here though, pandas. Big push up. Green Trader asks, Panda, who's the fakest on YouTube? I have no idea. Anyone who claims like, oh yeah, you can make like, you know, you can 2x your account in like, you know, with this, you know, like with one trade, it's just, yeah. Anyone that promises high probability, good risk reward strategies, those are all fake. Or right off the bat, your alarm should be going off. Ooh-wee. This move is not done. This uptrend is not done. This is a small pullback bull trend. Do not short this, pandas, no matter what. Do not short this. This is not something you short. I am so certain though that we're gonna come back here. If we get another reversal, and so pandas, when I said there's like a break right here, more than 2 points, this is why I want to get out, because you know, once you break that pattern, right? When this failed breakouts, when it becomes a true breakout, that moving average gap, that's what actually ends up finally breaking us here, reversing this trade. I actually didn't realize a 5-minute produced a reversal pattern. I should have looked closer. That was my fault. I should have noticed that. The 10K to me, honestly though, is actually, this is the first breakout in the 10K chart. 10K chart, this is the first break of trend in my opinion, and we're gonna try to make a new low. Like, I know it looks crazy, and this looks very strong right now, but with the higher time frames, it looks like we're gonna make a new low here. And again, I think we're gonna come back into this box sooner or later today. The market has made it so obvious that we love this spot. Right? This spot, the market really likes, and so I wouldn't be surprised on the higher time frame we get a nice little trading range. That is an HL4 pattern here to go short with a good signal bar. But pandas, like I said, small pullback bull trend. You do not go short until we get good evidence. Again, we're gonna need, right, something like this, right? We're gonna need a trap to the downside, right? Fails like entry long. That's what we're looking for, pandas. Shannon Sue saying just shorted. Another count ready to be blown. That's not a laughing matter, but thoughts and prayers to you, Shannon Sue. Not saying that you can't make a point, nor am I saying that this is not, it can't reverse here. But in my opinion, it's risky, and you gotta wait for the price action. We do have an H4 here, or L4 setup, which can reverse this uptrend. Let's see if we made our measure move. Measure move. It actually goes beyond the measure move, which is scary, right? Which is scary if you are a bear, right? Going above the measure move typically means there's more to come. I'm gonna take a trap trade though here, no matter what. If this has a failed second entry long, I'm taking this trap trade. I'm so certain we're gonna come back into this box. So if we get a trap here, I'm going short. And I don't care how strong this move up is, right? To me, if we have a trap here to the failed second entry long, I'm going short. A, B, C, also with the L4 setup, right? Break a trend to new high with the L4, right? Obvious place right here of importance. Gonna take a short. I'm gonna take also outside bar reversal short. But this is a two-legged pullback. For those who want to go long, this is a two-legged pullback for you. If you think this is going to keep going up, this is where you go. Looking for that second entry, fail second entry long here. Right, break a trend to new high. I'm thinking we're going to make a new low still. Right, according to the 2K chart. Going short here, I'm going to use its own low, right, as a break of its, as a reversal. And this bar right now is enough. Second entry long. I'm going to use its own self, right, to break below. As long as we're in Trap City, it's good. 2 ticks up. Basically, I'm trying to fade this breakout. Three ticks up, or actually only 2 ticks up. Basically, perfect scalps in the zeros. 25 is the absolute. Right here is the absolute scalp here. If this trap, you can also just look at the magenta box. If it disappears, it's no longer in Trap City. No longer in Trap City as the magenta box disappears, so no longer interested in the trade. So if you went long there, congrats, pandas. You just made a nice little scalp for yourself. In my opinion, this is a place where you're looking for a reversal, but this uptrend is still going on. Kellyanne took that long. Let's go, baby. Congrats, Kellyanne. I mean, right with it. L4 setup like that. New high. Whew. Doji bar. A little sus for me. Pandas, my pandas. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Do appreciate it a lot if you guys do that. this second entry could be a failure. This could be a reversal here, pandas. This is hard to say, to be honest. I'm not taking this. If it was a magenta box, I'd be way more interested, but this already makes an absolute scalp, right? So I'm not really interested in going short here. Good signal bar though. Pandas, my pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Hey guys, guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is Thirsty Thursday. And so if you want to join the stream for a nice whiskey challenge, tomorrow is the day to do so. That reversal here. That's the reversal I wanted. Unfortunately, it didn't happen with a magenta box. Right? We got out of Trap City, and now it's reversing. And unfortunately, I mean, we're coming back in. I'm so certain we're going to come back into this box here. It's like at an 80% probability, sometime today, we're coming back in here. To me, it's just like too obvious, too obvious. Nice little scalp there. Immediately scalps you out on that reversal with that L4 reversal setup. New break a trend to new high. Break a trend to new high, already done. Reversing here now, back into my box. It's unfortunate we didn't get the setup. I wanted the magenta box, but it didn't give it to me. Did not give it to me. We are, in my opinion, looking for a new low still. Like, I think we're gonna break this low, but we'll see. You know, the reason why I say it's in a higher time frame, to me, this is the first break trend. I'm looking for a new low here. We do have a second entry long, but it's above the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. A little sus to take that, in my opinion. Right? It can be, you know, it can just break out here and reverse. It can, but what we like, you know, to do is we wanted to make a new low here to have some proper price action for us on those higher time frames. I was still interested in a trap trade here. If this gives me another fail second entry long here, I might be interested in trap trade. Good signal bar if you want to go long. It's a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. You can see the dark green number now. Maybe interested in a trap trade here. Just because we have break a trend to new high already done for us with an L4 setup, right? Reversing back down to 20 EMA, but 20 EMA is acting as support, so it's a little. It could get you. It could get you, but in my opinion, I think this uptrend is done. I'm gonna come back into my little box here. Outside bar reversal. I don't like outside bar reversals, but yeah, I'll take this outside bar reversal. I don't like them, but I'll take this one. I really don't like them. You know what? I'm not gonna take it purely based on the outside bar reversal. Unless it gives us a nice signal bar, but most likely would give us an outside bar reversal. I just don't like outside bar reversals. It already did an outside bar reversal, as you can see, right? When I say outside bar reversal, I mean in one bar it does two reversals, right? It goes up, breaks, right? That's one reversal, and comes back to the other side, another reversal, right? Double outside bar reversal. And almost immediately gives us a scalp here. But not yet. I'm skipping this because I don't like outside bar reversals. I cannot pull myself to do it. I've been burned way too many times. The reason why I don't like outside bar reversals, it gives you an absolute scalp here, or a perfect scalp right now, and absolute scalp right there. So that's why I was looking for that reversal here. But it happens to be on an outside bar reversal, which I hate. I hate. And again, guess where we are? We're back in our box. We're back in our box, pandas. And I'm thinking we're going to make a new low here, but we're back in our box, like I mentioned. You know, we saw a super strong, you know, bull move. You're thinking this isn't going to go up forever, but man, this box, to me, the price action is clear that we love this box here. We just love this box, and we might just keep going up and down on it rest of the day. Even after the trap is done, right after the outside bar reversal, it continues to trap and it actually gives you a nice scalp here. It's unfortunate, pandas, we got an outside bar reversal. I would have loved that trade. I would have loved that trade. But yeah, I'm not taking that engulfing bar. I'm not doing it. I'm just simply not doing it. I've done it. The reason, again, the reason why I don't like the outside bar reversal is because you already recovered so much movement, right? That means you broke up and then you recovered, right? You went and retraced the entire bar again. And now you're saying, okay, I think it's going to go beyond that bar, right? Basically, the movement is all the way up, all the way down. And it's just a lot of movement for one bar. And so that's why the outside bar reversals sometimes create trading ranges. And so it might have worked this time. Right? I like the context. I like where we're at, right? Break up trend to new high with the L4 setup. I wanted that trap here, but you know, it wanted to for some reason do this first, and finally traps here, and it was a nice little trap. I guess we're finding ourselves in this little teeny blue box, going back and forth in it. All right, we're hitting the bottom, can't even close beneath it, coming back up to the top of the blue box. This market's just loving this blue box right now. Pandas, it is what it is, and you know, I'm gonna end green today, and I love it. You know, I love ending green on stream. It is what it is, and hopefully you guys got a piece of this little movement down. I didn't get as much as I could have, but in my opinion, I managed it in the only way I would manage it. You know, I need some nice, you know, I need that potential, right? Able to come back all the way down to the, you know, low of yesterday. It had that potential, and so I thought it was worth the risk, but you know, end green on the stream, and it is what it is. Pandas, hey, tomorrow, Thirsty Thursday, come in for the whiskey challenge tomorrow, and I hope I see all of you guys there. You know, I love this community, and yeah, I love seeing people coming back and recognizing names. You know, like Green Trader's been back, Aid H2358. You know, you guys are all back, coming back multiple times, you know, engaged in the chat. Shannon Sue, J80, all these guys, and of course all my pandas. Love to all my pandas here. Aaron Korn, Brandon Jones, Uriel, and you know, you guys, Kellyanne, of course, you know, all my pandas supporting me. Jack Bjorn, you know, you guys are great, and you know, I really do love trading with this community here. So pandas, that's it for the stream. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow at 9 a.m. and you know, trade safe, and as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Let's go, baby. Let's go.